So Netflix have just dropped a brand new Yakuza film, which is essentially the Japanese version of Donnie Brasco. So Hell Dogs is a brand new Netflix film that just got released. It's a Japanese crime, thriller, drama, Yakuza film, and it centers around our main character. His name is Shogo, and he is an ex-police officer who has gone on a little bit of a killing rampage because his love interest is murdered at the start of the film, and he spends the subsequent years tracking down the people who are responsible for her death and killing them each one by one. He kills the final guy, which is this guy called Mad Dog, and it sets off a chain of events where Shogo is taken by the police and they force him to go undercover into the Yakuza and to try and bring down the organization from within. Shogo's first assignment is to actually infiltrate a more low-level Yakuza team called the Hell Dogs, and their leader, his name is Hideki, but he's referred to as Muro. So Muro is like an abbreviation of his surname. He's the son of like a couple of cultist fanatics, and he grew up with a lot of, violence and crime and things like this and hatred surrounding his childhood, and obviously he grows into that as he gets older. He's got this condition where he's always hungry as well, which is very Dragon Ball Z like. Like, it's very anime in a very serious and gritty film where he's always hungry and he's always eating because he just cannot satiate himself. It's kind of funny, like at times where they're hiking up a hill and he's just eating rice balls and sushi as they're about to go and kill somebody. Like, it's it's very humorous. After Shogo kind of infiltrates the Hell Dogs, they are then brought up by the Yakuza family to a little bit of a higher ranking where they need to protect the boss. And this obviously plays into Shogo's assignment with the police, where he needs to infiltrate that team and he needs to give them information and things like that on this guy. This movie overall is really, really good. It is really slow, but when the action picks up, it is fucking full on. Like, the action in this film is bone crunching, it's gory as, but it's not always happening. It's not one of those films where it's like constant action, constant action. There's a lot of espionage and infiltration going on here. There's a lot of exposition, but it sort of works in the way that it would if it was a real life telling of the events. It's not going to be action 24/7. There is a lot going on here. Think of The Departed, think of Donnie Brasco. When the action hits in those films, like, it hits really, really hard. And it's the same thing here, where when it's on screen, you're like, holy shit, like, I want to see more of this action. But you also need the infiltration aspect. You need those quieter moments, those character developing moments where you get attached to both Shogo and Muro, even though Muro is not, supposed to be someone that we are meant to care for, but we end up doing so just the way that Shogo does. He starts to become really attached to his Yakuza family, and then it creates this dynamic where he goes, well, where does my allegiance lie? Does it lie with this Yakuza family that I've been told to infiltrate, that I'm now really getting connected to, or does it lie with the police, the essentially good guys? And we get this really good character development, character drama, where Shogo really has to choose between two extremes in his life and the mental toll that takes on him. So it's a really, really great film, actually. Like, if you like slow burn, action thrillers, then you'll really, really like this film. It's an absolute gem. Like, I can't believe that they don't advertise these films more on Netflix. You've got to go into new releases and you fucking scroll to the end and there it is. Like, if Netflix are going to buy films like this and showcase them to the world, why are you not advertising it? Like, this is a really, really good film. I don't know who chose it at Netflix for it to be distributed, but fucking good on you, honestly. Really, really good choice. So overall, the directing was really great. A lot of the shots in here are really nuanced and really kind of quiet at times, really beautifully taken. So the cinematography is really nice. A lot of the locations they go to are really cool. There's a location in this film where it's a sort of like an abandoned, gigantic hotel spa type thing, but it looks like something that could be out of like an end of the world times zombie horror film, but it just happens to be out in like the wilderness in Japan, which is really quite cool. Like, it's also terrifying that such an abandoned place, such a big abandoned place even exists for them to be able to shoot at. I thought the acting was really, really good from all of the characters across the board. There wasn't really anybody who let this film down at all with their acting. I thought everyone did a fantastic job, especially the two leads. The guys who play the two lead characters, brilliant. I'd love to see more Japanese films from these guys on Netflix because we want to be exposed to that. We want to be exposed to these people and see the work that they do. I thought the writing was really, really solid. The plot moves along just at the right pace. Like, it's not too fast and it doesn't linger too long on the exposition. You need that information in these sort of undercover espionage type films where somebody's infiltrating and going undercover. You do need those moments where there's a lot of exposition, but I think they handle it really well here. They don't linger too long, but they also don't cut away too soon. So you get just the right amount of information so that you know as much as our characters know as we progress through the story. I highly recommend this film, guys. If you love your thriller dramas with sort of an infiltration undercover tinge, and you really like Japanese films, like Yakuza style stuff, this film will be an absolute home run for you. So that's why I'm gonna give Hell Dogs a 9 out of 10. So tell me, guys, has anybody watched Hell Dogs? If you have, comment down below, let me know what you thought about it. Yeah, this film came out of absolutely nowhere. I flicked it on and I was like absolutely blown away by how good this movie is. It is a little bit long maybe at times for some people. It's about 2 hours and 15 or 2 hours and 20 minutes. So if you do get bored easily, this might not be the one for you because at times it is slow, but that's part of the plot. That's part of the way this film needs to be because the actions of the characters are going slowly. You know, it's not supposed to be a flat out Michael Bay action style film. There's a lot of levity in this film, a lot of slowed down sort of moments. And so it is going to slow down the pacing of the film. If you don't like that, then you probably won't enjoy this. But if you love that sort of thing, if you absolutely love your slow burn thrillers, you'll fucking love this film, guys. So that was the review. Hope you really enjoyed it, guys. As always, click through to another video. We'll keep having some fun. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.